Perfect. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Take a Minute Thursday. I'm Karen Roberts with the Emerald Financial Group, and I am super excited for our next group of videos that we're going to do over the next 3 weeks. We have a guest with us, as you can see, Lori Barkus. Lori is a divorce attorney, but does it in such a different manner that I had to get her on to let you guys hear. So many divorces just end up in fights, and so hopefully over the next 3 weeks, we're going to help you not fight and get through a divorce in a calm, rational manner. So Lori, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely, Karen, and thank you for this opportunity. It really is a pleasure to be here. I'm Lori Barkus, and I am an attorney who helps women divorce without getting screwed. And how I came about that, after about 20 years of practice, I realized that the system as it was functioning didn't work well, especially not for women who really aren't appropriately represented in divorce proceedings. They're a lot of times talked down to by other attorneys, or their specific situation is not understood. So my program, Sustainable Family Solutions, helps women divorce in a way that is fair, that minimizes all of the aggression, the fighting, avoids the nightmare divorce, but also creates something that protects their children and gives them a fair settlement.
That's awesome, because and for those of you that don't know, I am a certified divorce financial analyst. It's a fancy, fancy, schmancy title for saying I also help women on the financial end of divorce. I fortunately have been married 32 years and very happily, so I have not experienced divorce myself, but I've helped so many clients through it, and so many women just, you're right, they don't understand what they're getting into. So let's talk about hiring an attorney, right? Because when you think about a divorce, that is the first thing that goes to your mind. Or you just get served and you had no idea you were going to be served. What is really the first step in hiring an attorney?
Well, the first step really is to pause and take a breath. And I'm not saying that sarcastically in any way. It's a very overwhelming feeling, especially a lot of times people are served and they say, I had no idea, I didn't see it coming. So take a moment, get situated, and then yes, you absolutely should look for an attorney. There are people who decide, oh, I'm going to go to mediation, I don't want to hire an attorney, things like that. But if nothing else, you need to meet with somebody who is experienced and qualified, who can do a very thorough review with you of your situation and talk to you about what the realistic possibilities are for you.
That's awesome. Yes, definitely. Please get yourself representation, because without representation, you're probably not going to get a fair deal, because you don't know the makings of a divorce any more than I do, which is why I would go to someone like Lori. So my spouse hired this high-powered shark-like attorney. Do I need to hire the same thing? Because I'm going for everything they have.
That's a very popular question. A lot of times people say they want a shark, they want a pit bull, they want the most aggressive attorney that they can find. And that generally comes from a place of fear, or as you said, my spouse hired that person. And here's why I would encourage you to rethink that. What you want is prepared, strategic, and strong when necessary. An aggressive attorney is not necessarily that. Unfortunately, some people use those words for marketing purposes, to bring you in, to play on your fear, to get you to spend an awful lot of money. And oftentimes they don't even know what the plan is. They don't have one. They're fighting just to fight. So again, look at who you're hiring, not just, I want the toughest person because I'm going for everything. Smart, strategic, strong, and realistic.
But Lori, I want to fight and I want my day in court. Come on.
I do hear that one a lot, especially from people who have never been to court, because again, there's a lot of emotions. I want to fight this. I'm not going to get anything fair. My spouse is so unreasonable and unfair. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Those are all legitimate concerns, but most of the time you don't want your day in court, because your day in court is very expensive. It can be tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And yes, it's when you think about it, your kids' college, your future, things like that. I've seen people spend down their assets in ways that are just tragic, and they didn't feel that they got anywhere. They didn't get anything that they could not have achieved in another way. So again, that's why we start. We get focused. We're going to plan and prepare. We're going to talk about what's realistic. And you may have to go to court, but we don't start out there. 90+% of cases settle before they go to court. There's a lot of reasons for that. So if you don't want that to be your starting point, no matter how upset and angry you are or afraid you are, because we can tackle those things.
Right, and we're going to talk more about support during a divorce in one of our next sessions. So stay tuned with us. That's awesome, Lori. I have clients that have spent down their assets just fighting the divorce. And when I look, because again, I'm unemotional, and when I look at the numbers, I'm like, just settle. And they're like, but, and I'm like, just settle. So you really want to look for an attorney who's going to support you not spending all of your assets just to get even.
Exactly.
So, all right. Thank you so much, Lori. Lori will be with us for the next 2 weeks also, talking further about divorce and the hiring of an attorney and how to really prepare yourself for a divorce. So if you've enjoyed our episode of Take a Minute Thursday and you've missed any, please visit our YouTube channel under the Emerald Financial Group. And all of our Take a Minute Thursdays are there, or you can visit our website, emerald-financialgroup.com. If you have questions, just comment below and we will get back to you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.